Unless you're below the age of 5. I expect we've all heard at least once in our lifetime the story of Bloody Mary. And you're truly below the age of 5, then my dear Jimmy, I'm not sure this is the right video for you. But if you're still here, then allow me to tell you about the queen whose name you should never mention, especially in front of a mirror at the dead of night. Let me tell you about the story of the Bloody Mary. Mary Tudor was born in 1516, the daughter of King Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon. Her childhood started with privilege. She was intelligent, musically gifted, and deeply religious. But her life took a dark turn when her father divorced her mother to marry Anne Boleyn. Henry broke away from the Catholic Church to get married to his new wife, forming the Church of England. Mary, a devout Catholic, was declared illegitimate, stripped of her royal title, and separated from her mother. This trauma didn't just shape her, it hardened her faith and deepened her hatred for religious rebellion. After years in the shadows, Mary's half-brother, Edward VI, died young. Protestant nobles tried to install Lady Jane Grey as queen to keep England Protestant, but the people rallied behind Mary. She marched to London with her supporters and was crowned Queen Mary I in 1553 at age 37. At first, the people celebrated her as the rightful queen and hoped for stability. However, Mary's mission was clear, and it was to restore Catholicism to England. But her methods turned her from a hopeful queen into a figure of terror. She reversed her father's Protestant reforms, ordered the persecution of Protestants, viewing them as heretics. Between 1555 and 1558, over 280 Protestants were burned at the stake, including bishops and scholars. No one was spared. You either follow Mary's ideals or be burnt alive. There were no in-betweens. These brutal executions earned her the nickname Bloody Mary. She truly believed she was saving souls through fire, that their deaths were righteous, but to the people she became a tyrant, drenched in blood, the blood of those she had murdered. Mary married Philip II of Spain, hoping to strengthen ties with Catholic Europe, but the marriage was deeply unhappy. Philip was often away, uninterested in her, and viewed her more as a political tool. Mary desperately wanted a child. In 1555, she even believed herself pregnant, showing signs of it, but it turned out to be a phantom pregnancy. In case you're wondering, phantom pregnancy is a psychological condition where the body mimics the signs of pregnancy. The false pregnancy humiliated her, and when she, quote-unquote, miscarried, her emotional and mental health declined rapidly. She later thought she was pregnant a second time, but again, it was false. Those phantom pregnancies symbolized the doomed reign. Mary's health deteriorated quickly after years of stress, depression, and illness. Historians believe she died of uterine or ovarian cancer, though some suggest influenza, since an epidemic swept through England that year. She died on November 17, 1558, at the age of 42, alone and broken-hearted. Her final words reportedly were, "When I am dead and opened, you shall find Calais lying in my heart," referring to Calais, England's last territory in France, which she had recently lost, another symbol of her failed rule. After her death, her half-sister Elizabeth I became queen and reversed Mary's Catholic reforms, ushering in the Protestant Golden Age. History remembers her not for her reforms or her courage, but for the blood she spilled. The nickname, Bloody Mary, stuck. and over centuries her name transformed from that of a tragic queen into that of a vengeful spirit summoned in the dark. Mary Tudor died believing she had restored the faith of her nation, but in truth she left behind only fear, blood, and ashes. Her name, Bloody Mary, became a warning, a ghost of guilt that haunted England's conscience. But centuries later, her story didn't end in the grave. It morphed, twisted, and contorted, whispered from one generation to another, reshaped by time. They say, if you stand in front of a mirror, in complete darkness, and you whisper her name, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, you'd better stop before you utter her name for the third time, because if you're foolish enough to dare, you'll see her face staring back at you, and before you can react, reaching out of the mirror are the bloodied hands of Mary, aiming to pull you in with her. Some say it's Queen Mary herself, the tormented soul of a queen forever soaked in the blood of her people. Others say it's something else entirely, a vengeful spirit born from every ounce of fear her legend ever inspired. No one knows who or what answers when you call her name, but those who have tried, they say she doesn't forgive. She remembers. So if you ever find yourself before a mirror at midnight, and someone dares you to say her name, remember, it's not just a game. You're calling on a queen whose story was etched in blood, and whose soul, they say, still bleeds through the glass. All right, Jimmy, I hope you now know about the queen who once ruled in blood. Don't forget to like, share this video with a friend, and most of all, drop a comment on which urban legend you'd like me to talk about next. Oh yeah, don't forget to shut your bathroom door and cover the face of your mirror, because you never know. Maybe, just maybe, she might be watching you while you sleep.